The GMODIST. More GMODIST.
Well, hello and welcome. This is a little GMODIST channel hot take, which is a new type of series, or so to say. Basically, I just thought to add a little interesting thing when I just have something quick to share, and I just want to make a little quick showcase video thing of it. So right now, we are building on a airship for Lieutenant Antaw, a commissioned officer in the army of GMODISM. By the way, huge thanks to all the commissioned officers. You can see them active on screen, also to the cadets, of course, and our other supporters. But this is a very quick little just check video. And you can see that I am building templates for AI cores. So when I was building on this, I just started to build like these things because I thought that my old AI templates, I don't know, they work and they're nice and they're not bad in any way. It's just that they are very armored, very thick like this, and as you can see here, we got some extra parts and stuff inside of them, and there are just some things with it, like not being practical. Sometimes you don't want an entire armored bed to like place inside. So that's like the extra targeter. Then we have a primary targeter. We got like different levels. This is the largest tier, and that has a lot of general processing power. It has some wireless snooper, like built-in detection and stuff. And these are like the old, they are, or not old, they are present on, they are already installed and present on, is it the sheriff at least has them and stuff like that. But again, as said, they are very large. We're just gonna do like that because it wants to move the main part of the structure here. In any case, I'm thinking like this. I'm just gonna spawn one to see if I forgot some good tips, but I basically want to have small little modules I can just place, and then I can do the armor and stuff myself, but still have them set up. Because you may think that it's basically so few blocks, why do you even prefab it? Well, I want to have this box around them too, because when we have that, it's easy to see kind of where they are, so that you don't forget the connection points. Like this AI routine card here, it looks very slick and snug, but actually this area, this entire area is blocked by a block. So it's good we have a visual representation so that we don't accidentally have holes where EMP can leak through and kill us. So I basically thought to perhaps just make them in different shapes. We have like a plus shape here, and we got the flat pack that's like 4 meters long. So that's pretty, this is like a pretty good size, because when we are gonna armor this thing up, if we are able to have EMP protection, it's gonna be like 1 4-block like this. It's like no weird things or issues or uneven things when we do this. So this might be my favorite actually. It also got pretty low profile. I think this is gonna be the most easy to work with. This thing here, it's a little bit blocker, but I'm thinking if you have like only 4x4 space, it's good to have one for that. And if you need a little bit more of a minimal computer like this, there should be the option as well. This is like about as few blocks as possible. If you have an extra targeter, naturally you need to have a AI target prioritization and an aim point selector. Detection we don't need to have there, so if this is going to be an extra targeter, we don't need a general processing card on there, but I'm thinking this is probably going to be not that, but instead just a tiny little computer, tiny little AI. The plus shape one, I thought that possibly when we're making airplanes and stuff, it might be so that we can only fit one of these in here. Now, I am considering to make some like templates that are stackable in a way. It would be neat, like we can't have two AI cores onto like that. If we connect them together, it might be confused where it's gonna connect. But we basically want to have an extra like add-on thing for an extra targeter. Because extra targeters we really wanna have. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove this and we're gonna check inside. But there is one thing that's completely new. I don't think I've shown you this before. But I made this thing that's very nice. It's a modular stackable power processing. So this is like with casing. So this is a lot of GPPP. And if you have insulated general processing power computer 10x10, this is just an insulated box like this. But the coolest thing of them all, that is the modular stackable one. So you can basically just take this thing and you can like stack them like this, and you can continue doing this forever, and it will be the most dense and well set up GPP system I could set up. Now it is really made for larger computers. You need the side connection casing as well, so you'll just overlap this like this, and so on and so forth. Yeah, well, if you're a commissioned officer, you got access to this, and if you don't know how to use it, you know now. Anyways, this old little computer here, it got some pretty neat things here. We got general purpose PID controllers, which is nice to have stabilization that is not connected to the AI. So I'm thinking I'll need to do this as modular pieces, to be honest, because we want to be able to add on to this structure and this without having a lot of different versions. So possibly we want one that's a main AI computer that's set up with the right wire channels like channel 1. And then we want some with an extra targeter setup so we can use it as extra connection point. Now, repair bots I included in my old AI course, but I kind of moved away from that. I don't think it's as fun to work with that anymore, adding a lot of such things. This has a civs controller built in with a missile connector going on there, and this is like wireless missiles going to channel 9. Which is the channel I've been using mostly for interceptor missiles. So I might want to have a little modular thing you can strap onto the AI for missile civs as well. So that's a good idea to take there. Now, we had the automated control blocks here. And I feel this is a little bit old tech. I should just make this breadboard. Yeah, I should just make this breadboard controlled. So probably need to spawn that as some type of breadboard, but maybe it shouldn't be an AI breadboard. Maybe it should be a non-AI breadboard actually. Because if it's an AI breadboard, if you want several of them, I don't know if they'll collide and stuff like that. We can probably check that out. If we get the AI breadboard and we get another AI breadboard, we can like add some values and stuff here. Random shit. And then if we go to this one, it's empty. They shouldn't collide, right? I think they shouldn't. Now you can actually have AI like bypass the AI's PIDs by setting up PID somehow in the breadboard, but I understood that's literally some type of coding hell to make that work properly, so since I'm not that proficient in breadboard, I'm not even gonna try that. Diving around a little bit in breadboard here, and we have this thing here. I don't know if this is gonna work, but probably. This is target, primary target. Chords standard and chords universal. So universal chords, center of the map is fixed. Standard chords, it's probably around our vehicle. So if we have standard chords, we can have is there a target? 1. If there is, otherwise 0. And then we have the generic block setter, so shield projector, set strength 0 to 10. So what we basically want to have is we're just gonna have a multiply thing, and we're gonna have this extend then. If there is a target, well, then we can set the shield projector to 10, and if there is not, it should be 0, so shields go on full strength if there is a target, basically. I hope that's how it works. Then we got some, let's see here, not planar shield projectors, but, ooh, you know what we can do here? That's pretty neat. We can actually just wire up the connections so that it doesn't matter if you have like planar projectors or if you have ring shields. Now they won't work at the same time, but it doesn't hurt that we have the settings in here, right? So if we instead have, let's see here, ring shield generator, we have the, oh, that's so many priority data. No, the value of the variable now. Okay, I'll need to browse through this list. So this is strange. Apparently in the ring shield generator, you can set it to be on and off when it's like doing different maneuvers. So I don't know why we would want to do that, but basically if we like roll or I don't know, go. This is strange. So power scale in any case we have there, so probably that's what we need to look for. But perhaps you can set it up with movement. It looks like it should be pretty easy to set it up to activate dependent on how you're facing the enemy and stuff like that. But we want a basic AI to begin with. We can make it more complex later. But it should be... I'm getting so confused in this list here. Power scale, right? Usage priority. Actually, if we don't know, we can just test. We're gonna add a constant. And we're gonna add that to this one. And if this should now be on, it is, right? Oh, it's not getting any, but whatever. And if we change this constant to 0, this should not request any. Okay, I think we found it. Just to confirm, we can just disconnect this thing here. Come on, disconnection, please. Why can't you like disconnect shit? Annoying. If we set this to 1, right? Will this request power? 0. It seems to not request power. And if we change this to like a lot, requests no power. And if this is set to, whoa, 0, thank you. Why are you not working? Thank you. It should still be off, right? Okay, good. Then we found the right block. We can ignore this one. Now we confirm that. So this is like a 1 to 0 basically. So we should just be able to connect that up right like that. Very simple. If there is a target, well, activate the shields. And whatever, if we have ring shields or if we have projector shields, doesn't matter very much, does it? Huh, I wonder if you could combine ring shields and projector shields. So you have like ring shields in the beginning and then you have projector shields later. If you have this setup, I think that should probably work actually. Well, so I spawned all the decoys here as well. We got the radar, heat and sonar decoy. We even have the chaff emitter. Let's see, is there any more we forgot? I mean, we got the smoke, but I feel that the smoke may not be useful here. Signal jammer, ECM might be useful, however. Can request 20,000 power, however. That's a bit much, right? Well, if you got one, I'll assume you want to have it on full drive anyway, so we're just gonna set up those as well. So we should just be able to get the generic block setters and like add a lot of them. We need a lot of them. What we have? Heat, radar, sonar, chaff maybe, ECM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can count today as well. Very nice. So, we're just gonna select them here. Yeah, we're just gonna max these out, I think. I think all of them go up to 1,000. Now they deactivate, and this is 10 and this is 20,000. So, it's not more advanced than that. Yeah, that's pretty easy actually. I can't believe how long time it took for me to even look at this thing. Well, we're gonna set them up in a non-confusing way. Chaff emitter, we obviously need a multiply value. We need a multiply value for the radar decoy, which is gonna be what? Can't you multiply what by 1,000? Ugh. We're gonna do this funny thing then. This requires 10, right? It does. So we're having this 10x, so if we have a target, the chaff emitter will go to full speed. Yep, and if the chaff emitter goes to 10 speed, then we got that times 100. 10 times 100 is 1,000, which means we can recycle this. Wait. Oh no. Now I remove all of them. Well, okay. Like this, right? And then we can recycle this for the heat decoys, the radar decoys, and the sonar decoys. It's really sad if we have a chaff emitter and we don't want to use it at 100 or full force. Then we have a problem. Right. So now we have 1,000, and this goes up to 20,000. So I guess we'll just can have another multiplication with 20 here. There is better ways to do it, maybe. We can just write this in the math evaluator and stuff like this, but I see no harm in setting it up like this. Probably. Well. Better than my ACBs, right? Slow improvements. Let's put this to the test then. We are going to God mode ourselves, and we are going to spawn a rat somewhere. And we're gonna check inside of here. Coordinates. Shield projector, full force. Full force, 10, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and 20,000. Nice. Now, this is power usage priority. So we're gonna set this to power use instead, of course. That, and this is material use, chaff emitter, power. Data, priority data. Okay, this is the right thing to do. Well then basically this should be requesting 1,000, and it does. This too, it seems like it runs over the ACBs. 10 per second. And we can't decrease that. Amazing. Amazing, and the ECM jammer is there. This thing is at full effect. You know, this is awesome. This is awesome. I like this breadboard. I hope it's gonna work though. But I'm pretty happy. I've learned something today. Right, so we had to make up a new company. I felt that my existing companies didn't really cut it here. We can't have block systems for everything here. So for the breadboard one, we're gonna have a new manufacturer. So meet the Nuracore OY. That's Osakato. It's you know, LLC. I use if you haven't noticed, I have like for the like brands of stuff. Now there is very few brands there, but here like we got a lot of different types of limited liability like endings or suffixes to basically all, and I just take different LLCs from the world. And OY is like Finnish, Estonian, I think. Yeah, there are some more countries using that too. But Finnish 100%. Any case, if we just copy this thing, it should be able to be saved here. So copy this and paste. So this will be fine. Nuracore OI automatic shield decoy jammer switch. There we have it. Now we can use that on well, anything we want to have it on, and yeah, that should basically simplify the process a lot for us here. The general purpose PIDs, I feel that we can't really do much with these, but I changed one to be jaw instead. I hope that will work. This is most definitely a blocks systems art here. Does it perhaps even exist already? It kind of does exist with altitude only, but I'm thinking like this. Here you can see this is roll, so roll should be blue, right? We can save this down with a jaw and roll and stuff, because the jaw one is missing, unfortunately. Wait. Free paint, thank you. The roll should be blue. This one is pitch, should be green. And then jaw is then red, like this. So we can have this little setup here. I'm gonna save this too. I'm gonna just check out that it actually works nice. But I feel the old name was kind of bad, so roll your pitch PID, because that's what it is. It just overrides the settings there, so you can actually use it when you are driving the vehicle yourself. Anyways, to test this thing, we need to get a little airplane. Yeah, when we're controlling this airplane, it just completely dies. That's great. So if we spawn this little array here, somewhere where it won't cause a little drag. So now when I control this thing, oh, okay, we need to still control. Oh damn! Right, this airplane ain't great, so I'm just going to leave it to itself there, and hopefully the main drive stays the same, right? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It really doesn't want to rise here. Ooh, it feels, oh yeah. I'm totally being overridden here, aren't I? Yeah. It like won't let me control it. Oh. Right, we need to look at the priority here. I wonder how we can set that up. If there is a priority setting here, power scale now. So the PID doesn't have a priority, which means that having yaw as a connection here is probably not the best idea, because if we remove jaw here, oh yeah, we can suddenly control it, no problem at all. Yeah, okay, remove this. So let me find my... Okay, so we basically can't roll like this. We're allowed to jaw, right? We're not really allowed to dive or do anything. I'm just trying to set this thing up to tweak it somehow so that we can control it at the same time and not. It seems that if we set the PID very low, we can still kind of control it, but it also becomes a little bit weak to control the actual plane. So yeah, I'm not really sure I see a good use for this. But perhaps having a reasonably low gain can help you fly more stably, perhaps. One thing I had to do was turn off the gain, or the PID in general, that was present in the AI, because they were kind of overriding each other. Yeah, we can apparently use some general purpose PIDs to make it smoother to control roll and pitch and stuff like that also, but it's probably not what we're looking for. Actually having the roll, pitch and altitude was probably the better setup, so we're going to have that instead. Well, these were set up a little bit aggressively, so I suppose we should just take this thing and we're going to save. We're gonna save over this one. We're gonna have altitude, roll, pitch, alt, PID. Right. And we're gonna remove this one just. Very nice. Now we have that little part that can be used, and perhaps we're going to add like a little extra block we can just slap on. It could be pretty cool. We have this breadboard as well. Well, anyways, thrust vectoring is another thing that is pretty neat with breadboard, and I haven't really built that in a long time. I tried it sometime, but that was a good time ago. Okay, so this will not be too hard, I think, because fortunately recently we got a little example. You can see in here we got the NEF microfighter by Scubimation, and that thing actually, I noticed, uses like thrust vectoring using a propeller hub. So if we just take some help from that, we should be able to recreate it if we can just check out how it's set up. So we're gonna go to Scubimation's little design here and just look at the heavy blocks like this. Now this is the version I upgraded. I don't know if it's better or not, but basically we have pitch. This is a propulsion editor. So propulsion, create a new propulsion component. So this is, yeah, this is okay. So propulsion it's called. And then this value is fed into times 15. Okay, right. And then we have propeller hub, effect toggle. Effect toggle, pitch angle. All right, so pitch goes to pitch angle and jaw goes to jaw angle. I suppose that this pitch angle is actually inverted due to the propeller hub being inverted, but I may be uncertain. Maybe it is inverted when it's facing forwards, but when we have that, we don't want this either, I feel like. So yeah, okay, let's just try and create this then. Right, so we're gonna have the AI breadboard there, and I just spawned an array of these. So propulsion editor, if we select pitch up and pitch down, and another one which should be jaw left and right, Yeah. I can see if we can use, probably if we want to have roll and stuff. Roll and pitch maybe. Oh yeah, that's still a little bit next level. Let's keep it simple, right? So what he did was he had to multiply value by 15, and we just copy this thing there. So if I understand it correctly, it just goes in there. Then we're gonna have the generic block setter, I suppose. And we're gonna find the propeller hub. Was it that? Boat propeller? We got boat propeller. That's one thing we need to set up as well. But let's begin with the propeller hub. There we have it. So what is set up then is basically effect toggle, pitch angle, right? A pitch angle. Cool. We're gonna copy this thing. We're gonna set this to not pitch angle. We're gonna set this to jaw angle, right? This is like a lot of new things here. Jaw angle, pointing method, stay effect, engine light. So many new things here. Jaw angle. And we just got a number. So I suppose then that this goes into this one and this goes into this one. And now this should be tilting, and it is. It really is tilting. That's great. Right, so if we set up, if we just do a little copy of this thing, so we can make this be for the other propulsion. If we have boat propeller, effect toggle pitch, right? Pitch angle. This is, oh, okay. No, it's not inverted. When you have the propeller hub backwards like that. Ooh, by the way, this was negative, right? So the pitch one is, of course, it's going to be the same. But if I have this one, the propeller, and I have this to effect toggle jaw, jaw is going to be below, and we take this jaw and connect it here. It's negative 15 for this thing, and it's negative 15 for this thing. All right. Negative, negative. Then these are matching basically, which probably means that this value needs to be negative by all sense. So if we look here, oh, let's see here. The bread is over there. Pitch is positive, yeah, and jaw is negative. Effect toggle jaw angle number. Yeah, it's just that. It's amazing. Right. Was it that easy all along? Not that I would have figured it out. Like, it's easiest to see from an example, but man, thanks Cuvimation for that involuntary tutorial. That's very useful. All right then. Which basically means we should be able to just copy this thing here. We got a propeller, and that's set up there for the water. Question is, the small water propeller is being controlled right now. Oh wait. So huge propeller square is not affected. We already got that. Huge propeller circular is, oh no, is it like separate blocks for each of them? Do we have this one? Do we have the circular propeller as well? The square propeller? Yeah, it really seems to be separate. Oh, well done. And we'll just have to set up the same thing many times. It's also possible we should set up... Oh no, there are steam propellers as well. It's gonna be difficult to set up all of this before, and if we do that, we probably need to have a search pattern here. Yeah. Right, so it's possible that we should separate these values. Yeah, alright, scratch that. We can set them up for each of them. It's gonna be a hellscape. You know what, I think I'm gonna set them up for jet engine, because jet engine is the thing we are going to try to build the most minimal type of fighter later, so maybe we want to have this job already done. Well, oh man, we can probably do some effect toggle with the flame, and wow, we can set up a custom like AOG config for jets and stuff. That sounds fun. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. So, okay, let's do like this. We begin with set this thing up, which is the effect toggle pitch, right? This is the pitch. And then we got the jaw as well. I just want to see how many blocks are being controlled right now. It's only the small jet engine, right? How about the huge jet engine? No. How about this one? How about this one? No. It's going for that one, right. What are they like even called? Or do we need to like set them up again? Oh man. I'll just set them up again and I'll just see here. Okay. So, right, when they are being added later, they activate like this. I see, I see. Well, it's not that hard to switch them, so we have them for jets right now with no search pattern, so if we need that, like if we are gonna have a lot of jets on something, we'll have to set up the search pattern manually. But in any case, if we have this then, let's see what we can add more. We have a jet engine and we got data jet color, the color of the jet. Effect of display wake effect. Ooh. What's the wake effect? I think Kevin told me before, our Matros third class told me before that you had to set up like with smoke some like custom wake effect or something. This is just too... We can't deal with this right now. I'm happy that we have a auto controller here for like stuff. So if we just take this thing, we're gonna save it down. Well, it's obviously gonna be a thrust caps lock, thank you. Can I spell today? I never can. Thrust vectoring, right. Cool. That's right. Ooh, right, maybe we should write in the names that it's actually breadboard. That could be useful. Something like that. And we should probably take this. Actually, switching names in this game is pretty cumbersome. It's just easier to go to the game files and fix it afterwards instead. Alright, just did that. Update, and there we have it. Let's control that it still works. Yep, seems to be fine. Awesome, so we made some breadboard components today. That's great. So now we have this decoy thing. We can make it much smaller with just one block like that. And we have a thrust vectoring system as well. Yeah, that's neat. Oh, and I just got a new idea. Like this little 2x2, it's pretty compact, we can change it. This is like a 3x3 type of design, which this one also is, and this one. And we have different one of them, and I think that can be cool and all, but we are going to additionally save like components. So we have like this slab here. because I just realized a thing that I thought was pretty useful. If we want to have some different like templates of different parts, we can just like piece them together. That would be pretty epic, I think. So if we just take this and make it, I don't know, should we like keep this part? No, I think not. Just delete that. We can just add one of these on top of it for the sake of it, to make it be a little bit more modular nice somehow, but nah. Alright, like this. I think this is nice. So we can have like one core piece like this. And then I'm thinking we are having like the AI routine cards and stuff like that. We don't need to set that up. But for the aim point and target prioritization, I think we should probably have like a little module where we can pre-make some different setups that would be useful for folks to have, right? So like for example here, I found a compromise here, look at that. If we're having like this, we can, oh no, I just realized I did something wrong here, wait. If we go here, you can see this one. If we just slightly rotate it, like not even a degree, like just a tiny little bit, just copy all, and we delete all and paste all, you can see they are not glitching when they're overlapping. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, this is what I'm gonna have here. And I just want to check that I can stack them, and I can. Okay, good. Right. We have a nice stackable flat pack. That's beautiful. So here we got AI routine card, of course, extra ones. And here we're going to set up different type of aim points. This one is just empty. We're not even going to have that one. And here is like the main block. So we have like inter-vehicle transmitter and a AI wireless receiver. This is like the main type of AI block like this. Yeah, I don't even know if if I want to save these down. I feel that it's probably, this one I like though. I'll need to think a little bit about that. But these are like minimal types of designs. This one I feel, yeah, nah, scratch that. You know what I usually do when I build like this? I set some like symbolic block on top of them if I'm like canceling that. This one is very specific. I feel that can be still useful. It's like a small scale thing. And this is like the smallest type of no-brainer AI setup we can have as well. Possibly instead of a 2 blocks like this. I need to think a little bit about this, because what basically can be smart to have then is have a system like this in any case. Because then we can have some, like the extra AI routine cards, do we really need them? Oh yeah, okay, I got an idea here. The inter-vehicle transmitter is really good to have for most vehicles, but if we are skipping the wireless AI receiver and the inter-vehicle transmitter, then we're having a really stealthy design. So there is a place for stealth type of designs, which I think could be something to save down. A stealth type. And for that we could have extra routines, could be good to have with, yeah, I don't know, stuff. And still be stealthy, because that would mean that we need to connect up everything to this basically, and using no wireless things. So yeah, there is place for a stealth thing. And if we want to have a stealth thing, a wireless snooper is absolutely a necessary piece of equipment. All right, I think we are something on the tracks here. We actually have some more building and stuff to do. But honestly, this is like a new little format, just hot take, getting in here, building a session, and I'm a little bit out of time now, so I hope you enjoyed this little video, and if you are enjoying the like hot take, like building, just getting in there and doing some stuff, please tell me and we can make more of this type of content. In any case, this is your host Eric of GMODIST, and I'm signing out, so see you next time.